It's been a happy week here in Nigeria as Tobi Amusan and the Ese Brume shakes the world with their records. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Sports Gist on Decency Sports TV. I am sure you are smiling just as I am because these ladies proved to the world that Nigeria is blessed. A lot of people have actually called to congratulate Tobi Amusan. Davido has called, Tiwa Savage has called, P2B has called. Everybody in Nigeria is just calling and congratulating and all of that. All right, before I get to Tobi and Ese, and before we talk about what they did, I would like to start this week's show on the WAFCON that just ended. Remember that Nigeria didn't win anything, but despite their poor outing, the Secretary General of the Nigerian Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi, has congratulated Super Falcons forward Rasheedat Ajibade for emerging joint top scorer of the just concluded Women's Africa Cup of Nations finals in Morocco. While qualifying for next year's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, the Falcons failed to retain the title they won in Ghana in 2019 to claim their 10th WAFCON title. Their misery was compounded after losing to Zambia in their bid to win a consolatory bronze medal without key players such as Rasheedat Ajibade, Halimatu Ayinde, and captain Onome Ebi. Despite missing out on the third place defeat against Zambia after being shown a straight red card in the semi-final clash against Morocco, the Atletico Madrid star ended the 12th edition of WAFCON with 3 goals, the same number of goals as Moroccan captain Gizan Kebak and South Africa's Hilda Magaya. Sanusi, however, congratulated Ajibade following her feat in Morocco. Her 3 goals surely helped the Super Falcons to win a World Cup ticket. Our team would certainly have been in the final if not for the incident that led to her expulsion in the semi-final match against the host nation, Morocco. Sanusi also congratulated Misen Calvin Onwuka, who played the role of assistant referee 1 in the final match between Morocco and South Africa on Saturday, saying her stellar performance alongside referee Salima Mukansanga from Rwanda did not go unnoticed by the global football community. He urged her to continue to develop herself with available top-level courses and programs in order to continue her rise to global reckoning. Yes, the WAFCON has come and gone and we didn't win any medal, but our girls ended up getting so many awards individually. The likes of Rasheedat Ajibade and Osinachi Ohale making the list of the best 11 player of the tournament. Now, this is a good one for these women. Yes, they didn't win, but let's not forget that the Super Falcons have won this tournament for 9 good times. It was beginning to look like we owned the tournament. Well, we decided to allow South Africa have a taste of the victory on Saturday. A lot of people have come up to say 1 or 2 things about why we lost. I really don't want to dwell on that, but my question this afternoon is, what can we do to get it right next time? Do you think we should go for a new coach or invite our old players like Desire Baranoze and Asisat Oshoala, as many have suggested? So many people believe that their absence really helped in our poor outing. Some people believe that we should change the coach around the wardrobe. I would like to hear your thoughts concerning this particular topic on the comment section. And moving on, still on the WAFCON, South Africa beat Morocco to win first WAFCON title. Kudos South Africa. Hilda Magaya scored twice in 8 minutes after the hour mark to hand South Africa a first ever Women's Africa Cup of Nations title as they beat host nation Morocco 2-1 in a hard final in Rabat on Saturday. It ended a run of 5 finals without success for Bayana, who completed the tournament in Morocco with a 100% record, as well as securing qualification to next year's Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Magaya tapped in an excellent cutback from Jermaine Sioposenwe, who ran onto a loose ball to create the opening goal as she held off her marker to provide an excellent pass in the 63rd minute. It took the sting all out of a frenzied atmosphere at the sold-out Prince Amule Abdullah Stadium, where only weeks earlier, South Africa's men had lost to Morocco in a Cup of Nations qualifier. Maguire then doubled the lead in the 71st minute with another close finish, this time from a cross out wide from Karabo Damini, which Morocco's defense failed to deal with. But a lapse in concentration saw Bayana lose possession and offered Morocco hope of a comeback as Rosella Ayane pulled out back in the 80th minute after being set up by Fatima Turnout. It meant an anxious last 10 minutes for Desire Ellis team plus another 9 minutes of referee's time added on before they could get their hands on the trophy. The game started with a high tempo, fueled by the large crowd who greeted every Moroccan touch with a cheer and Bayana move with a chorus of whistles. After 11 minutes, there was a muted shout for a penalty, but a tackle by Morocco came close to conceding a penalty. While Tanao's challenge on Maguire in her own penalty area was risky, it proved expertly timed. Both sides pressed high to allow a little space for chances, and as a result, the first 30 minutes went by without goal-scoring opportunities. South Africa had a chance with a long-range free kick in the 32nd minute that Novula Gola hit onto the roof of the net, and 3 minutes later, Seopostenwe played through an inch perfect pass for Maguire, but her left-footed effort was blocked by a brave save by the home goalkeeper Khadija Emichi. Congratulations to Bayana, and most importantly, their coach Desire Ellis. This woman broke all odds in this tournament. Recall that the team has been to the finals for 5 times and finally got the victory. If you watched the match, you would see that the woman was just walking around calling on her players to do this and do that. Man, we must give it to this woman. She is a superwoman. When I tell you guys that the future is female, you tend to misunderstand me. Now see women breaking records everywhere, here and there. All right, now listen to the next story so you can understand what I mean when I say that the future is female. In fact, the present is female. Nigeria's Amusan breaks a record, winning 100 meters hurdles gold. Tobi Amusan became the first Nigerian athlete to win a World Athletics Championship gold as she stormed to victory in the women's 100-meter hurdles in Oregon on Sunday. Amusan, who had obliterated the world record in an astonishing semi-final where she clocked 12.12 seconds, powered over the line at Howard Field in 12.6 seconds. Her winning time will not be recognized as a world record, however, due to a strong following win of 2.5 meters per second. Jamaica's Brittany Anderson took silver in 12.23 seconds, while Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho, Queen of Puerto Rico, claimed bronze in 12.23 seconds. Amusan had produced a jaw-dropping world record in the semi-finals, smashing the previous best mark of 12.20 seconds held by Kenny Harrison of the United States in 2016. After her final victory, Amusan said, "Honestly, I believe in my abilities, but I was not expecting a world record at these championships. The goal is always just to execute well and get the win, so the world record is a bonus. I knew I had it in me, but I could not believe it when I saw it on the screen after the semis. Before the final, I just tried to stay calm and to do my best. I took a deep breath, knowing that I had some goal to accomplish, and it worked pretty well. I knew it was very fast, but not this fast." Harrison had been left in Amusan's slipstream in the semi and was again shown a clean pair of heels by the Nigerian in the final. Amusan got off to a scorching start and was smoothly into her stride after the first hurdle, building a clear lead and then pulling away ahead of Anderson and the fast closing Camacho Queen. Do you now believe me when I say the future is female? In fact, the president has become female. I really can't express how I feel watching that girl's performance. At a point, I thought she was flying. Not just that she broke the world record, and she did that twice on the same night. Now, watch this again. You will understand what I'm talking about.
Amazon is in green. Camacho Quinn second from the left. The Olympic champion's been left a little bit at the start by Armstrong. Amazon now beginning to come through. So too is Anderson. Tobi Amusan. Look at the clock. I cannot believe it. She's done it again. 2 world records in one night. And she makes history by becoming Nigerian.
This girl deserves a national honor. Now, the highlight of the whole thing was when she broke down during the national anthem. Let's look at the video here. Now, if you have ever been patriotic about this country, a lot of factors have been likened to why she cried. I am not here to look into all those factors, but there is something that just struck me while watching that video. One nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. See, we have one of the most powerful anthems in the world. And Tobi Amusan made the entire world recite that anthem and put us on the map once again. Thank you so much, Tobi. Take a bow, the world champion and record holder. We are super proud of you, my superwoman. And finally, on the World Athletics Championships, Team Nigeria ended the 10-day World Athletics Championship with a flourish and arguably the greatest ever performance in Nigerian track and field history. Ese Brume and Osoro make world champions history for the first time since the inaugural edition of the World Athletics Championships. Nigeria will be having 2 women in the final of the long jump event. The duo of Ese Brume and Ruth Osoro made sure of this by calling defeat the male duo of Yusuf Ali and Paul Emodi achieved in Rome, Italy at the 2nd edition of the World Athletics Champions. While both Ali and Emodi, despite jumping 8.14 in the qualifying round, did not leap into the final 8 where they could target podium appearances. Both Brume and Osoro will be confident of their chances. For Brume, this would be her 2nd appearance in the final after 3 trips to World Athletics flagship event. In 2017 in London, the 26-year-old did not make it to the final but left 6.89 meters in the qualifying round 2 years later to qualify for her first final. In the final, she leaped a distance of 6.91 meters in the 2nd round, which puts her in the gold medal position before the duo of Ukraine's Mariana and Malaika Milambo of Germany left further 6.92 meters and 7.30 meters respectively to win the silver and the gold medal. Brume picked the bronze medal and became the 2nd Nigerian woman after Blessing Okabare to win a medal in the event at the World Athletics Championship. And now in Oregon on Saturday, the reigning African record holder leapt a distance of 6.82 meters in her 3rd and final attempt to secure automatic tickets to the final, scheduled for the final day of the 2022 World Athletics Championship. It was the 2nd longest jump in the qualifying Group A, behind USA's Box, who leapt 6.86 meters and 3rd fastest after the American lady and reigning world champion Malaika Mihambo, who leapt 6.84 minutes. Brume will now be seeking to become the first Nigeria to win 2 medals at 2 consecutive editions of the championship. For Osoro, it was a record-making appearance as she became the first Nigerian, man or woman, to compete in both the triple jump and long jump events at the same edition of the championships. The 24-year-old had to rely on her 3rd and final jump, 6.69 meters, to ensure her passage into her first World Athletics Championship final after opening with a foul and 6.25 meters in the 2nd round. All right, away from athletics, let's move on to football. Looking at the new signees of different clubs, few of them are already showing their abilities in their different clubs. Let's look at Erling Haaland, who says that he can handle Premier League pressure. Manchester City striker Erling Haaland says he is in a good state of mind to handle the Premier League pressure. Haaland, who at the weekend netted his first goal for the citizens in their 1-0 win over Bayern Munich in a preseason friendly, told Tribal Football that he can't wait for the season to commence. He also described Pep Guardiola to be a bit crazy and that he appreciated it as well. In his words, it was a good feeling to get started again after 6 weeks without football. I've been watching a lot of City games over the last years and they have been without a striker. So, of course, I've been seeing myself in these situations. I am not surprised I scored. It's good. I have to say the first time winning against Bayern, it was about time after 7 losses in a row. To beat Bayern feels good and the quality is good. It was a real test before Liverpool in a week. I don't want to speak too much about Dortmund, but Guardiola is a bit crazy, and I like that. Well, all I can say concerning Haaland and his move to Manchester City and whatever he's doing there is that Haaland is going to shake England. He has started it and he's determined to finish it on a good note. And then on Darwin Nunez, he has justified his signing and gets Liverpool excited. The Uruguayan scored 4 goals in the Reds friendly against RB Leipzig. Darwin Nunez is already starting to justify his €100 million transfer fee after scoring 4 goals in Liverpool's preseason friendly win over RB Leipzig. Of the 4 goals scored by Nunez, 1 was a penalty. The second saw him finish off a sleek move with Liverpool recovering the ball. The third was an open goal, while the fourth saw him finish off a move that started with Liverpool's famous high block. After arriving for an eye-watering fee, many questioned Nunez's effectiveness after his sluggish start to his Liverpool career. These doubts were premature, though, coming after one pre-season friendly appearance. This latest performance went a long way towards silencing those critics, with Nunez showing why Liverpool paid a fee of around €100 million for his services. Now, Mo Salah gave Darwin the penalty and Pandora's box was open. It was a perfect night for him, club told Liverpool's official website. The German also stated that Nunez was a different type of striker that has everything it takes to succeed in the Premier League. All right, last week in the preseason matches, something happened, and I'm here to have your takes on that. Arsenal thrashed Chelsea 4-0 in their last encounter, like 4-0. The goal kept entering and entering till the 4th one. Wow. Please, Chelsea fans, what went wrong? These two teams have made their signings already. What really went wrong? I am not saying that Chelsea is meant to keep winning against Arsenal, but I mean, coming to score 4-0. 4-0 is what I really do not understand. Thomas Tuchel, I hope this is not how this season will be. Or should we wait for another version of Chelsea? Because I really don't understand what is going on at this point. Well, still on Chelsea, it seems Chelsea has a personal beef with Barcelona. Yes, because I don't understand why Barca will be collecting every player that Chelsea has interest on. It all started from Rafinha, and now use Conte. I mean, on behalf of Chelsea fans, Barca, please temper justice with Messi now. Let them sign these guys. If not, the next season won't be funny for Chelsea at all. I don't know what is happening, but it seems that any player that Chelsea has interest in, Barca will come. Xavi, please carry your scouts. Go for another players, scout for your own players, and not when these guys are done suffering and scouting for players to sign, you go behind and do whatever you would know how best to do. I really don't know what is happening, but please, you guys should stop doing this. If not, next season will not be funny for Chelsea. And now, still on the preseason match, Barca won Real Madrid, courtesy of Rafinha's 27th minute goal. Manchester United, on their part, drew against Crystal Palace. Now, about Manchester United, they have given condition to allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave, and that is departure on loan if he extends his contract. New information has emerged this weekend regarding Cristiano Ronaldo's future, as Manchester United is reportedly willing to allow their superstar to leave. The Red Devils would grant permission for the Portugal international's departure on the condition that he leaves on loan, and he must first extend his contract with the club. Wow. According to reports, the Red Devils wants to renew Ronaldo's contract until 2024, even though the Portuguese star wants to leave Old Trafford. They will let him leave this summer on loan to satisfy his desire to play in the Champions League, but in return, they want Cristiano Ronaldo to extend his current contract, one which expires next June. The club's intention is to see Cristiano Ronaldo participate in the Champions League with Manchester United again in the future, in the event new coach Erling Haaland helps them secure a top 4 Premier League spot. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo and his agent, they are surprised by this loan proposal. The proposal was discussed in talks with Ronaldo's agent, Jorge Mendes, as reported by The Sun, but both Ronaldo and his agent were taken by surprise. But the Portuguese forward has not turned down the proposal. Manchester United are disappointed with Ronaldo's desire to leave for a second time for just a season after his return to the Premier League giants. Meanwhile, extending his second spell in Manchester will certainly please sponsors. For the time being, Ronaldo has joined the team's pre-season tour of Thailand and Australia due to personal reasons. He has been linked with a controversial move to Atletico Madrid despite his Real Madrid past. Other reports claim that Atletico have placed Antonio Griezmann on the transfer market in their bid to raise funds to sign Ronaldo. About Atletico Madrid, their chairman, their coach, I think the owner, yes, just came out this morning to debunk the news that they are not in any way planning to sign Ronaldo. Now, talking about Ronaldo and this new proposal of going on a loan and coming back, you all know who Ronaldo is. If he goes to any other club and that club maintains, as it continues going for Champions League, it's going to be very difficult for him to come back. So at this point, Man U fans, do you really think Ronaldo is going to accept this proposal, like go on a loan for a Champions League club and then come back to continue playing for your club, your darling club, Manchester United? I would like to hear your thoughts on this particular topic discussed. On the part of Ten Hag, he said he can't wait for Cristiano Ronaldo to return. I've said it here that this man really wants Ronaldo to return. He wants to work with Ronaldo. He believes so much that he can bring whatever it is that Ronaldo needs or Man U needs working with Ronaldo. All right, he is here talking about Ronaldo. He's here to appear in Manchester United's preseason campaign, but coach Erik ten Hag insists the Portuguese superstar will do so and they will welcome him with open arms. The former Real Madrid forward is reportedly eager to leave the Red Devils, but has been unsuccessful in finding a potential suitor. But Ten Hag brushed off any controversy and insisted that it was a matter of time before he returned. According to him, he said, "I cannot wait for Cristiano to come in and then we will integrate him." Harry Maguire has been having a torrid time of late with his poor performance, bringing jeers from his own supporters, as was evidenced in the recent friendly with Crystal Palace. But Ten Hag insists that rather than trying to avoid the issue, Maguire must confront it and perform well to regain the fans' faith. In his words, if you perform well, it slows down, Ten Hag said. "I think he and the team impressed by the way we played. I don't think it's about finding out if he was good. If I understand it, it's about how we can change it." I've said it before and I'm saying it again. If you ask me, Ronaldo should stay back at Manchester United and help the coach build the team. The man wants him and I believe he can utilize him very well. And with Ronaldo in Manchester United and this their new signing, I mean, they have Eriksen already and they are planning on signing other good players. With these people around, I mean, Manchester United will finish top 4 definitely. And by next season, I mean, the next 2 seasons, they will be talking of going to the Champions League. All right, guys, this is where we are going to draw the curtain on today's show. But before that, please, I would like you to hear your comments on all the topics we have discussed so far. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and keep sharing. Keep talking about Decency Sports TV. Thank you for being part of the show. Till I see you again next week, I remain your host, Uche. Goodbye.